Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M44, considered one of the favourite Arties in the game. It's the Tier 6 American SPG, and this particular one is on the north spawn of El Halluf. There's the village, and it's being commanded by Schnuckiputzi. Oh well, I think that's how it's pronounced. If I have pronounced it wrong, I do apologise. But he is an experienced player, and the game has started, and he's pulling away, moving to his firing position. Now, what can I say about the M44? Well, it's still in service in the Turkish army. They've upgraded it. The last remaining M44s outside the Turkish army were still in service in Italy until 1970, would you believe it? But all other countries have retired them except Turkey. Turkey's the only country that still has them on their books and still in use. So when the Turks get around to upgrading their Arties, I think they might have some spare. But okay, Skoda T24 cheekily poking out from behind that rock, and he's gone back into cover, but that round is right on the money. 294 hit points right into him, ended his game just like that and sent him back to the garage. That was amazing. What a shot. Okay, now we found a Struv 74, Stritzvan 74, and he's near that set line, but he's just over that ridge line, which is going to make it very, very, very difficult to shoot at him. Yeah, it hit the rock face. The trouble with shots like that is when they're hiding just behind the rock and you can just see the top of the turret, it's almost not worth taking the shot, because invariably there's going to be a better target very shortly afterwards. And he's going for this KV-1 or no, he's going for the Panzer IV-H. And that went in. He did get a hit there. He certainly hit one of them. I think he hit the Panzer IV-H. If he did, he probably did a lot of damage to him. Now, an M44 driver has got a 16-second reload if he's got a good crew. And we have to assume that Schnuckiputzi does have one. Okay, he's going after that Stritzvan 74 again. He's coming down just a little and pulling back into cover. So he's fired the round in. Landed just behind him, but it stunned him. And that's made him pull back even more, because he doesn't want to get hit by Arty. And that's given some relief to his crewmates. And there's an M4A3E2 coming up that rise, so he should be able to deal with that Stritzvan. Now that ARL's pulling away. There's an M4A3EZ8. And line him up for a shot. Hopefully he gets tracked, but if not, rounds out. And that was a good splash. 35 hit points, 2 critical hits. Damages tracks, I should think. At least damages tracks. Okay, there's the KV-1. And he's in the open. Makes him an easy hit. Now line him up. He's got 2 tanks there. 2 tanks he can hit. And unfortunately, the shell goes over both of them and hits behind them. Oh, that's so unfortunate, because he's got 2 heavy tanks lined up. I mean, it was almost like drop the shell between them and take out both at once. Okay, but the M4A3EZ8 is stationary, and he's firing around where he last saw it, and he gets a hit! A solid hit, because there's no explosion. Oh, yes, he did a lot of damage, because it's actually missing a huge amount of hit points now. Okay, going for the side of that T1 Heavy, rounds out. Direct hit, 229. Looks like he hit near the engine bay. And the EZ8's gone down on the enemy team. And they're pushing around, I think. Okay, going for the T1 Heavy again. The M44 does dial in fairly quickly. Rounds out. Direct hit again, right on the rear, 135 hit points. Let's get some good strikes. It's very, very wrong for a heavy to sit side on to an Arty. It's the worst possible thing you can do, because the armor's so much weaker on the sides than the front. And he fires around in their clutch, but no result other than an explosion. Unfortunately, they've lost most of the forces that were defending just around that corner. So the enemy's now pushing around this side. Okay, he's dialing in on the Matilda, indicates his target and fires, but he just hits the rock face. Okay, now he's extended his aim again. There's the Matilda. He's in the open now. Dialing in. Oh, and he's gone. KV-1. Again, he's in the open, and there's a KV-1S. T-37 is spotting. Round out. Oh, no. Too long. But the KV-1S goes down to the T-37. That's good. Now, there's only 2 enemy tanks left. The T-1 Heavy and the KV-1. And we can't see the KV-1 at the moment because he went behind the rock face, but T-37 will probably see him. Yeah, he's running away. And the T-1 Heavy is also running away to the left, so you can see that they're both heading back to the cap because Schnuckiputzi's team are capping. Round out on the KV-1, and it's a splash. 2 critical hits and probably damage to the tracks, but they're not going to get back in time. It's 14 seconds to go to cap completion. The T-1 Heavy's been taken down. The KV-1's not going to get back. And Schnuckiputzi's going to get a chance for another hit. Rounds out. And he does. He tracks him as well. 109 hit points. And then he's taken out of the game. And they have completed the cap and killed all the enemy tanks. So that's a successful battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's a third-class tanker for Schnuckiputzi in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12 in that battle. But there was no other epic medals, unfortunately, which is a pity because he did put in a lot of work and he did get a lot of hits, especially that T1 Heavy. He kept smacking him in the side, I think. Let's have a look at the damage he did. 364 hit points he did to that T1 Heavy just because he kept sitting there in the same position. And I'd be interested to find out how much damage he did to the Panzer IV-H as well. That was 199 hit points. He damn near wiped that Panzer IV-H out with that blind shot. So yes, he did get some good hits in there. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he came top on damage, 1,324 hit points. But he was eclipsed by the KV-1S, who managed to get 1,618 on the enemy team. But he didn't pick up the high caliber, so obviously wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points. And when it came to kills, well, he only got 1 kill, which puts him joint 3rd on the table, but still in 4th position. And when it came to base XP, well, he was 3rd with 562. He was beaten by the Matilda and the T-37. So, he fired 14 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 5 penetration and 9 splash. Did damage of 1,324 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 6 of the enemy but killed only 1, but he did do stun assistance damage of 109 hit points off 13 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 28,287 credits, and after his ammunition resupply, he still had 34,795 credits left over, and that includes the holiday ops bonus. He received 843 base XP on a premium account, and there's a holiday ops bonus that's not showing here, so he took away 1,248 XP. So yep, it was a bit of Arty fun, a bit of M44 fun, and the good thing about the M44, it always brings a smile to my face whenever I take it out. So well done, Schnuckiputzi. You certainly had a lot of fun in that battle. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.